Let's now go a bit deeper on the analysis of Trinidad and Tobago's election day. We are joined by research and education official Candice Sebro. Welcome to From the South, Ms. Candice.
Hello, good day. Can you hear me?
Candice, what are the defining issues driving voter sentiment in this election? Are there specific concerns that dominate the discourse?
In these elections, there's a lot of contention. The PNM has been serving for the past years, and at this point, we see the major opposition, the UNC, joining with what they're referring to as a coalition of interest. Now, over the past 10 years, we would have seen heightened insecurity, large elements of crime. As you know, we would have been under state of emergency to deal with the increased number of murders. And also, we have a situation where many people would have been sent home. Now, I personally operate within the labor sector, so we would have seen a lot of attacks on the structural, the social fabric in terms of what is there to support the ordinary people. Many of them would have been sent home, and many of them would not have had recourse to the labor sector due to the inability to have recognition. And also, there have been challenges in advancing some of the concerns in the industrial court. There was also the removal of the president of the court. Now, what we have, normally the labor sector works closely with the Movement for Social Justice, a political party that has decided that they will not be participating this year. However, there are two persons that would have come out of labor that have joined the coalition of interest, because there is a very strong feeling on the ground that the PNM is disconnected with ordinary people. They have undergone many of living has been heightened, and the PNM has we've seen minister receive a salary increase. So these are some of the major issues that have been facing people on the ground. And we know that there's a heightened level of frustration, even in terms of some foreign policies. For example, England or the United Kingdom, where we would have had a strong relationship, we would have seen that they would have removed our ability to enter into that country without visas, etc., due to some concerns around insecurity. So the level of crime is a major concern, and I think is a priority for all of us. And we see the continued advancement of neoliberal politics with the People's National Movement. And so the other options, there are many other smaller parties, but in Trinidad and Tobago, the main parties that have been operating continue to be the People's National Movement, which is the current administration, and of course the United National Congress. And Stuart Young, who is our current Prime Minister, he has been newly appointed, and there's a strong campaign about the fact that he's young. He's one of the younger politicians, but there isn't a lot of confidence in his strength of leadership at this time. So a lot of people are looking at that, and there's also a party that comes out of it's called the Patriotic Front, and she's the daughter of a well-recognized labor leader called Bazio Pandey, who is also campaigning a lot. She's campaigning on the fact that we need something new. So she has also taken the forefront because her father was well recognized not only as a labor leader but also as a politician, and so she too is new. Would be new in terms of her advancement within her political career with that level of leadership. So there are a lot of people who are observing what has been happening. The MSJ has stated clearly that they will not be supporting any particular party, but they do recognize that there's need for fundamental change on the ground, and ordinary people need to come back to the forefront, and the interests of the masses of the people need to be served.
As a CARICOM member, how do you envision other candidates addressing, together with CARICOM, regional challenges that the region is facing?
Well, as a CARICOM member, we have had strong positions coming out of, the PNM has had a good relationship within CARICOM over the past 10 years, and they have taken positions on well, of course, national sovereignty and self-determination. And these are things that the PNM has generally been consistent on over the years.
And one quick question, if neither party secures a clear majority, how might a minority or coalition government impact policymaking in the country?
Well, I suppose that all citizens, including myself, we would be a little nervous to see new administrations in terms of what we could get. Some may be hopeful, some may be nervous, some may have no confidence at all. But we have had coalition governments before. The last from 20, I hope I get these dates right. I think it's 2010 to 2015. We would have had the People's Partnership, which was a coalition, which included the opposition at the time, which would have been the UNC, when Kamala Prasad-Bissessar became the first female prime minister. So that is a possibility. It is a strong possibility. But of course, there would be many new faces as well that would be involved on the ground. But of course, persons who have been campaigning for a while and who have set forth their policies. So it will be a new introduction. So we wait to see what the result is going to be.
Finally, looking ahead, Candice, how might this election shape Trinidad and Tobago's trajectory for the next decade?
Well, for the next decade, we will have another election, but also too, it is possible that there may be a shift in direction in terms of who is leading. However, I do think that based on the level of insecurity and the challenges within the economy, I do think that there may be some continuation of policies that are currently undergo. But as speaking as someone who was within the labor sector, we do have some major concerns that we hope to see advanced based on the outcome of this election. And generally, we are hopeful that we will see advancements within the reintroduction and the restoration of things that we would have lost over the years.
Thank you, Ms. Candice, for your inputs and time here for From the South on everything that is happening right now in Trinidad and Tobago on this election day.
And thank you for having me.
It was our pleasure.